Hi, I'm Alicia, and I'm going to teach you how to make a random deck. Now, this can be used for non-foil cards, foil cards, booster packs, and any other time you'd want a random card in your game. Now, first, let's make our game. Go ahead and click Make at the top of the site, and Games. Now, let's go ahead and name our game. I'm going to name it Randomness. And then click Create Game. Let's go ahead and add a deck of poker cards. I'm going to use poker cards because they also come in foil. Let's go ahead and click Add Custom Component. And over here on the left, we're going to filter by cards. Because I know I want poker cards, I'm going to use this search option here and type in poker. And I'm going to click Add to Game. Now, if you don't already have your cards created, you can download your templates here. Because I already have some cards created, I'm going to go ahead and upload a back image. And now to select random, we're going to go under Deck Includes and click this drop-down box, and you'll see three options. All cards, meaning you want all cards that you upload included in your deck. That means you aren't going to have anything random. Random cards mean that you want a random assortment of cards, even if that means duplicates. This can be good if you want a random assortment of mana cards like you would in Magic the Gathering. Random no duplicates is good if you want a good selection of random cards without duplicates, like you would with commons, uncommons, epics, rares, things along those lines. We're going to do random cards, no duplicates. When you select random, you'll see this table pop up. Each of these classes is edible, so you can rename the classes to match your game. In this case, I'm going to rename these so that way hero is legendary. And this is because in my game, I'm going to want 4 commons. I'm also going to want 3 uncommons, 2 rares, as well as 1 epic, but I also want a chance of there being a legendary. And we'll explain how that's going to work here in a moment. Now next, what I'm going to want to do is upload some cards to my game to select from. This is going to be the pool that the game's going to pull from when selecting my random cards. Let's go ahead and get those uploaded. Now, as these upload, you'll see they have something on them called a class name. These are going to match this table up here. So we can change them to match what they are in our rarity. For example, this one can be a common, maybe this one's an uncommon, this one could be a rare, and we can change them as needed. Now for this deck, you'll notice I set it up for 1 legendary. What I actually want my deck to do is have an epic in it, but you notice I have no epics. But I want there to be a 1 in 10 chance that that epic is actually a legendary. Now the way you want to do that is I want to have 9 epics for every 1 legendary, but I want to mark my epics as legendaries. And what this means is that when the system pulls that 1 legendary, it has a chance of pulling an epic 9 times out of 10. And 1 time it's going to be a legendary. This is how you're going to increase that rareness of certain cards. So for example, if I scroll down here, and maybe I mark a couple of these as legendaries. And now remember, the more cards you mark as legendary that aren't legendaries, the more rare your actual legendaries will be. So for example, I've marked quite a few here as legendary. Now if only one of these are legendary, it'll be more rare for that legendary to actually appear in your pack. For foil cards, you're going to follow these exact same steps, but remember that adding foil cards to your decks are just like adding another size card, they're a separate component. So this means that they're going to have a separate rarity table, and your deck is always going to have foils in it. You won't have the option of having foil only sometimes. Also, because it's technically a separate component, you're going to be paying for a full sheet of foil and a full sheet of your other deck. So this will mean that your deck is going to be a bit more expensive as well. So this has been Alicia with how to make a random deck. Thanks for watching.